Well, today we're out here scouting for antelope. It's the 9th, so season starts in 6 days, which is awesome. Just coming out here to see if we can find any big bucks. We got a nice buck spotted, so that's exciting. He's with about 25 does, so lots of eyeballs. But gets me fired up for August 15th. Hard to keep track of me.
You're pretty agile in those Crocs.
Well, we found this water hole the other day. We were hoping it would hold water until season started, but it's dry. You can tell it just went dry. It's like still squishy mud in the bottom, but no drinkable water. So there's antelope tracks all over in here and an antelope bed just down the hill. So this would have been a good spot, but not now. So
Would have been so good. You could have sat
oh
right.
man, yeah. We weren't even gonna put up a blind. We were just gonna sit up in that sagebrush. Probably up in that further brush up there above that sagebrush and just sit there. But shoot. Oh well, on to the next spot. So now I don't know what we're gonna do. This is kind of my game plan for tomorrow, but there's lots of antelope around. The first day of antelope season here in Idaho, Archery Antelope. So we are heading out to try to find, well, there's some whitetail, find some antelope, and just about perfect timing. So we have no plan today. The water hole I was gonna sit on was totally dried up, and so we've decided just to drive around glass, see where we can see some antelope, and hopefully put some stalks on bucks, and then we might head up to the foothills. We got the side-by-side along today, just in case we need to use that, which we probably will. These roads out here are pretty rough. So anyway, got our coffee, trying to wake up, and yeah, time to go kill an antelope buck.
Been spotted.
I couldn't get down any. Like I tried to stay in this little ditch, but my ditch ran out. Should we go find another one?
Yeah. That's fun though.
Well, we made our little drive out and back, and now we're just gonna unload the side-by-side and start heading up into the foothills. We're hoping that the antelope are up there, especially if people are bumping them off the road. So hopefully get up to some high points and glass and maybe do a little hike. I don't know, see what we see. Oh, we found a nice water hole. There's a ton of water here. There's antelope just on this other ridge, but I think there's a water hole down below them, which I want to glass and see if we can see it better. Just looking for antelope tracks here, but there's been so much cow sign, like all the cows have been tromping around. It's hard to tell if antelope have been here or not, so Anyway, I think we'll glass that direction. Here comes a cow right now. And if there's water there, there's antelope right up above there, so I'm hoping maybe they'll come down and get a drink if we can set up on that water hole over there. So we'll see, but look for antelope sign here a little bit more and then maybe head down that way.
Give me an update.
Well, there's antelope left. I don't know if we bumped them. They're long ways over there, so it'd be crazy if either saw us or heard the side by side or whatever. I don't know, or if they just walked over the hill for whatever reason, but
Probably a mile and a half away.
yeah, so I mean, it could have been us, maybe, but that's a long ways over there, so back to square one. This creek. As we're driving through, we're like, I bet there's antelope that drink out of here. We spooked a little herd, so I think they're probably long gone, but we're gonna pop up over this hill and just see if we can see them. But there's antelope tracks all over down here where you can see where they went down and watered.
One to our left. He's out there about 150 yards farther left. Walking, he doesn't see us.
If we could get back down and go that way, he might be coming in for a drink.
Yeah. Somewhere just below the bank, like over there. Tracks in the mud here. This is nice because we could use the creek to move. They might have already drank and he's just cruising around.
We bumped that little buck. Well, first we bumped the big group of bucks, then we bumped one single little buck. And it's hard to say, bumping bucks. And then we watched the bigger group of bucks go up on the backside of these little hills over here, so we're gonna try to sneak up over, see if we can't find them, shoot one. That's the plan. Let's see. Let's just look. It's hot. Real hot. Hopefully they're just right up over this little ridge right here. This little saddle. Let's go get to this saddle.
Yeah,
See if they're still up there.
and then we can pop around this way. on an empty basin.
Yeah, they got way ahead of us.
Should we let him pop over and we'll zip up there? Those bucks are right up there. Just below and to the left of that cloud on the skyline. What's next?
Well, we're gonna wait for them to pop over. But they're not popping over, they're just hanging out up there, so I don't know. How hot you think it is? 96? Is that supposed to be the high today?
196.
196.
No, yeah, it was supposed to be
Might be an exaggeration.
95 today, then 96 and 96 the next 2 days.
It's hot enough anyway. They're pretty content just
They would disappear over there.
hanging out there. They haven't bedded yet, but they're all facing different directions, like they're thinking about it. Watching their back door. They are. Man, they ran a long way.
They did,
They went like 2 miles.
at least. Found what looks like a super cool arrowhead or some kind of a point. Well, we put a good sneak on an empty basin. The antelope are way up there. But we got to this little ridge line overlooking this cool little bowl where we thought the antelope would be, and found this sweet point. Yeah, it's definitely. That's pretty cool. The back end is broken off, but there's no question. I think all I've found is obsidian. What do you think this even is?
I don't know. It's some sort of green.
It wouldn't be flint, I don't think.
I don't know.
Pretty awesome though.
Comment below if you know what that's made out of.
Yeah, what is that? That's so cool. Well, I guess you're supposed to leave them. I don't know why. It's pretty sweet though. Oh,
Where the heck it was?
very cool.
Bucks are almost out of sight. Got one left. He's facing away from us, but we can still see him, so I'm just gonna wait for him to walk over the top and then go up there and see if we can't sneak over the hill on him.
Gonna chase him down.
And he's gone. Alright, let's go.
Let's go, son.
Go to the bottom. That wind is horrible. It's going straight to him.
Feels good though.
We're gonna go up around higher than they went over, but no, I don't know.
Hopefully it's drifting just enough up. And hopefully it'll be right over there.
One's bedded at 124.
No, there's probably right below us then. Is he across that ditch? He's gonna see us before we can see any of them that are in range.
could see was 100 yards.
How far?
100.
That was close.
There were some closer, but there was like 8 of them that could see me. So I'm like walking, and 8 of them are like, I'm surprised they let us walk this far over.
Me too.
So that almost worked out perfect if that would have been just a little closer.
That was a close one.
That biggest one was bedded right at 100 yards exactly.
Really?
I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna.
Good job.
Alright.
Go get something to drink. Nice job.
Yeah, I just couldn't get closer than 100. Even if I would have crawled. It's like they would have
No,
seen me.
it's just too woolly. If they hadn't been across, so they were right down there.
Yeah.
Right across this little draw.
Well, shoot. Still fun.
Yeah, and that was pretty close for opening day. $12
$12 at
or 11.
100 and under. I just couldn't see the ones that were under. I bet there were some probably around 80.
Yeah.
But they were just tucked under the hill still. That biggest one was just staring at me at 100 yards, just bedded there.
Dang it.
It feels amazing. It's not even cold.
Feel refreshed and ready for another stalk?
Yep. Here you go. On to the next one. We're just gonna go drive until we find another antelope, I think. 10 seconds, go. We drove up here, glassed a tank, gonna go check it out. Then we glassed a broken pipe with water spraying out of it. Real curious about that. Gonna go check that out. Done. Antelope tracks, some of them are muddy. There's some muddy ones down there. There's some muddy ones over there. This is pipe fitting that's broken, I think, is all it is. It's got this like sprinkler going here, basically. There's just antelope tracks everywhere in this little seep. So it's pretty crazy. We've been seeing a ton of bucks just over this hill. A couple guys have some blinds set out on the private land there, so decided to drive up around. Check this out, and I'm glad we did. Set up a blind. Our little sprinkler.
The
What we call it, the sprinkler. Not the dance move, but
you have to do the sprinkler if you get one.
if I kill a buck, I'll do the sprinkler at the sprinkler. That's guaranteed.
Let's get her set up while we have some daylight, huh?
That's good. We just bumped a pretty nice buck out of here and a little buck, so hopefully they'll be back. Bring their buddies. A lot of antelope in here. Just grabbing the dead sage that's off the ground and sticking it in.
What do you think?
We'll see if it works. I'm always like, I always feel like blinds are never gonna work because I'm like, well, how could they not see that? But somehow they work, so. We're 35 yards from our little sprinkler. There's tracks everywhere in here, so they could come from this way, they could come from that way, they could come from straight up. So anyway, we're just gonna commit tomorrow to sitting in this blind.
And the next day.
And the next day, it's supposed to be what, 95? 90?
Yeah, 96 both days.
96 both days, so
super hot to make stalks. Also super hot to sit in a blind, but I'm gonna bring a cooler and ice and hopefully stay cool enough in there. So yeah, hopefully it'll work and hopefully a buck will come in. That was a nice buck that was in here this evening, so hopefully he's back one of those days. I painted this blind by hand with like the camo spray paint. Did it as like a sagebrush camo, so I feel like it blends in fairly good, better than those real dark blinds. But we'll see. Put it to the test tomorrow, I guess. So far, all this blind's done is just get trampled by cows, so hopefully it still works. We just made it up to our spot, so we're gonna grab everything and hustle to our blind. Shooting lights in like 30 minutes, so not quite 25, so we gotta hustle. How is it so hot already? We just walked like a mile up this road to our blind. I'm sweating. We're gonna hurry up and get set up. It's already shooting light, so I didn't see any antelope bump out though, which is a good sign.
Let's get down for it.
Yeah. When you're 6 foot tall, you don't fit in these blinds very good. We have high anticipation. I don't know if this blind's gonna bump him out or not, sitting in the blind, but didn't have any bucks come in. We saw a few bucks. Most of the antelope were coming down and getting our wind, so we blew most of them out, I think. But we had a little fawn come in and drink right out of the little sprinkler fountain, like a water fountain. It was pretty funny. But yeah, kind of a hot, frustrating day. We're trying to figure out if we want to move our blind or what we want to do for tomorrow. So we came out a little early. There were no more antelope around, so we're just trying to figure out a game plan for tomorrow morning. Good morning. We're back out here. We ended up moving our blind last night, kind of to the side of that, what we're calling the sprinkler. We just felt like they were catching our wind, so we're hoping that they won't catch our wind as easy and they'll come down the ridge and take a drink and we'll be able to shoot a buck today. So we're gonna sit there all day again, try our best, but...
What's that on your back and why is it there?
What's that on my... Oh, we got pillows. Because those blind chairs suck. Our backs hurt so bad by the end of yesterday and our butts. So we're gonna make it a little more comfy today, hopefully. But not excited to sit there all day today. But hopefully a buck comes in, so and it'll be worth it. I almost forgot my cell phone.
There's one to the left, isn't there? I think there's 3 or 4 actually. Yeah.
First shot got him good.
It's weird he went straight down.
Yeah, he went straight down there. It was a good shot though. That's crazy. Look how bent that is. That's nuts. Right on that broad and Crocs and everything.
Nice job.
I said I'd shoot any buck, and we've been sitting in this blind for a couple of days. It's been super, super hot. We had some antelope come in this morning, just does and fawns, but everything's been really leery of our blind. We even had 2 bucks a little bit bigger than him come down the hill. They only got maybe 350 yards from us, and they were like, see ya. And so we were pretty low hopes. Jason has a sheep tag, so we don't have a ton of time to antelope hunt this year. We only had a few days left. And anyway, so a little fawn came in, and him and a couple does followed, and so I was like, yep, I'm gonna shoot him. So anyway, 30 yards, just drinking on the water hole, and he went down right here. So it's just a yearling, but man, he's gonna be tasty.
Yes, they will. Nice job.
Thanks. I got the heart on ice. We'll stick that in where I gutted him. Keep that part cooler on the way back home. So got him gutted right away and got the heart on ice because we love eating the heart. And so this guy should be absolutely delicious. Jason's bringing the pickup up right now. We're just gonna load him whole and get him in a cool spot. So main thing is we gotta get him into a cool spot fast, because it's a bad thing about antelope season. It's usually really hot out, and antelope meat is delicious unless you let it go bad. And if you've ever had bad antelope meat, that's probably why it didn't taste good, because antelope is seriously one of the most delicious meats ever. So we were about out of meat for the year, so the main mission of this was to shoot any buck and get some meat. So it's an any antelope tag, but neither one of us want to shoot a doe. Woo! What we got going on?
Well, there's a rattlesnake under the blind. Just about picking up our blind. And he's in our blind.
Wait, I moved my pack and it must have been under my pack.
This thing is just stuck in here. So I'm trying to get this out. It's either in our blind or under our blind. I just want to get cleaned up, get that antelope home.
And we have a rattlesnake.
We got a rattlesnake.
How big of a rattlesnake? Little,
Probably 3 rattles and a button, but it was
big enough to not be fun to have in your blind.
Yeah. It's still in there somewhere. We'll probably see it in a minute.
Yeah. Careful. Careful.
There he is. He's under this corner.
Back in this bush he goes.
He was right there, right on the corner of our blind that whole time.
Oh
all
my
day.
gosh.
A spider to boot.
He probably was in there when we crawled in there this morning.
Oh, he was there, I bet, all day. Yeah.
Never rattled.
No, not
We set our packs on him.
There's probably one in your pack.
There might be.
Hey. Do you see that?
Yeah, he's not happy.
He's like, all right, you interrupted my nap.
Whew, let's get him home. That was exciting for a minute. My pack was sitting right on that bush. So I grabbed my pack off of it. It was standing right there. And that's crazy.
That was.
I'm glad neither of us got bit.
Got an antelope in the back.
Glad he didn't crawl in our blind while we were sitting there, because that would have been Real freaky. Made it home. We had to put him in the side-by-side. Because that's the only spot we had. So we're home. We're gonna get him hung. Get him cooled out quick.